Was Joreuz playing 1v1 on his stream right now? Oh, bots are on. I'm so stupid, man. I actually just cannot believe I still do this in 2022. I don't understand how I can still be doing this. Oh, no. Take two. Here we go. Joreuz Oski, best of 5. Rematch of Just Win 1v1 grand final. Joreuz took it on that day. Let's see if Oski can get his revenge. Sounds like to me the gameplay sounds pretty loud, but is it okay for you guys? Spam 1 in chat if that is good volume for the gameplay today. Yeah, I've got back Joreuz to win this one, of course. Fake ceiling challenge. Not going to work out though. Oski slots the first goal right past him. Let's take a look at his POV on this one. You can see Joreuz coming in. He didn't panic, even though Joreuz made it look like he was coming in for the ceiling challenge there. Oski just took his time and slotted it past him. Go upstairs, thanks to the tier 1. Welcome to the channel, man. Last time Joreuz played on my channel, he took a dub. Last time Oski played, he took a dub as well. Oh, nice save by Oski. Looked like that might be out of reach for him. Joreuz now fakes the hard touch to the corner. You're going to see from Oski's POV that was a lot more deceptive than it looked. Joreuz jumped in such a way to make it look like he's thinking about making a beeline for the wall, and then it was in fact a cut-in field for the direct shot. 1-1. Sorry for the brief screen freeze. Had to quickly tab out. Yeah, Oski played recently against Rise on my channel. It was actually a really interesting match that Oski was able to come out victorious in. So definitely check that one out if you haven't already. Rise lost that one 3-0, but it was a closer series than a 3-0 would suggest. And of course, Joreuz's most recent appearance on my channel was a 3-2 win over Daniel. A really, really stunning series. I'm sure most of you have already watched that one. One of the best matches I've casted recently on the channel. Go upstairs. Thanks for gifting 5 subs to actually 4 of those are random resubs. So many people get randomly gifted resubs on my channel, and 1 to new persons. Welcome back. Welcome, respectively. Sure, thank go upstairs for the gifts. Joreuz looking for the corner pinch here. It's getting fire way off target. That was ambitious. He was not really in any rush there. I wouldn't say that's the best timing to be going for a corner wall pinch, because Oski was coming in at his back post, and you want to hit that corner wall pinch if the defender is near post and you're trying to just rifle it past him. But of course, Joreuz trying to be as creative as possible. It's effortless for him. He doesn't have to be creative. I think Oski's just own goaled this. Oh, he makes it back for the save. Well played. It was going to count as an initial own goal, but it just hung around at the goal line long enough for Oski to get back to it and keep his 1-goal lead intact. Joreuz just kind of scuffed that shot a little bit too far to the left. Now here comes Oski, jumping off the ceiling. Goes for the shot to the bottom left. Oh my goodness, actually got in. It looked like Joreuz was going to get back to it, but a pre-jump from Joreuz. Did he pre-jump? No, he just I thought he must have pre-jumped this because he had no momentum when he went for that save. He just ended up completely out of position and did not react. Oski flag wrong. Oski asked for England flag. We used to do Poland. He was born in Poland, but he's lived in England for 90% of his life, or maybe more. I forget how old he was when he moved to England. But since he's a dual national, Polish-English, but England is where he's lived all of the life that he can remember. He was in Poland when he was extremely young, and doesn't really have any memory of it. Asked for the England flag on the stream and on thumbnails, YouTube. Wow, free flip from a ridiculous angle from Joreuz. He's going for extreme creativity, extreme difficulty with his shots today. But even with all that trickery and all that mechanical ability, Joreuz has only managed to put 1 goal past Oski. As even for him, he is definitely pushing the limits. But now he goes for the simple route 1 and gets goal number 2. Oski pre-jumping in plain sight. Yeah, when Joreuz saw that pre-jump, he knew that a high shot would arc too far out of reach for Oski to get back to. Yeah, England has been very stacked recently, starting to rival France in Rocket League, and of course with the help of Scrub Killer, UK even more of a rival to France. This is good boost management by Oski here. He doesn't want to completely run dry. Even having 14 boosts left over there gives him a ton of acceleration with his speed flip. Good save on the last second reset by Joreuz, who has gone completely all in for that one. And Oski will take a goal lead by 3 again. It's been all, Joreuz attacking, Oski counter-attacking for the most part. Maybe not, maybe all is an exaggeration. All is definitely an exaggeration, but and mostly Joreuz controlling the play. Oski has been the more decisive of the two players, and definitely the more deadly of the two players. Joreuz continues to get possession in the closing stages here. I think a comeback is on the cards. He just goes for the straight up half flip. Love the mix up there for Joreuz. Half flipping on the diagonal. Gets himself a free possession. Oski didn't see it coming, didn't react to it when he did notice it was happening. And that should still be a goal for Joreuz. Oski saves the initial shot, but can't recover to keep out the second one. It's a good save on the first one, to be fair. Any kind of 50-50 interaction would have probably sent the ball clear, but Joreuz managed to keep it in the middle. Wave dash recovery now. Oski still going to beat Joreuz to the ball. This is huge. Will he play for the immediate attack? He will. I'm kind of surprised to see that. I thought Oski would prefer to go a little bit further back into his half before attacking. Coming right at Joreuz gives Joreuz a chance to get more shots on target before the game is over. Oski running out of boost now. Joreuz trying to wait for that corner to spawn. There it is. Oski not having a look out for the demo on the landing. Joreuz prioritizing the ball right now. Oski is on literally one boost, and he does not have any chance against this constant pressure from Joreuz. Very nice shot by Joreuz there. It's one of those that you don't actually have to think too much about placement, because Oski's in the back of the net, so you just have to hit it hard. But any kind of lack of power there, and Oski's going to get back, save it, and then maybe have a counter-attacking scoring chance. So very important for Joreuz to hit that and hit it cleanly. Oski trying to catch Joreuz off his goal line. Joreuz far enough back to knock it into the crossbar and then close down the follow-up shot, but Oski's boost management is looking pretty good right now. Ball didn't bounce nicely for him. Joreuz recovers. Still a good chance in a good position for Oski to get one last big shot on target. Reset is his. Air dribble. A little bit of boost left over. Tries to chip the ball to the top corner. And it goes over the bar. Joreuz calmly gives Oski an extra touch and then starts his attack in 0 seconds. Flick goes on target. I think it would have bounced before the line. Oski had to make a play on it though, just in case, and he decides to keep the ball up as well, even though his boost was running low. Joreuz with a flip reset in defense, thinking about keeping the ball up on 0 as well. We've gone end to end now. Multiple chances for both players with no time left on the clock, and Oski's keeping this up. Both players refusing to drop the ball here. Is that going to be a mistake? Because now Joreuz comes forward. He's trying to bait a pre-jump from Oski. He doesn't get one, but the reset double is kind of on target. Joreuz just hits the bar with it. When he saw the in and out save coming from Oski, he decided to go for the reset double. It's a great decision, but hard to pull off with boost running out in the final seconds. And by final seconds, I mean no seconds left on the clock. Crazy 0 second back and forth there. Phenomenal first touch by Joreuz, but is that flick going to bounce? It is. That means he has to jump awkwardly at it. Oh my goodness, does he deal with that well? Joreuz putting himself in a pretty of a tricky position with the flick into his own back corner. He makes it look easy right afterwards. Oski dodging the demo in Joreuz back corner. Manages to turn tight in front of the ball and put Joreuz on the back foot, but does he realize Joreuz has got some boost left over here? Not sure if he will. Doesn't anymore. Oski will know that he's got Joreuz in a very difficult position, but Joreuz manages to advance, wall dash, and a kind of middling distance pop. Buy him time to grab the mid boost. Still Oski with the possession. Air dribble from the ground. Joreuz pre-jumps. He's just trying to float it away from this one, but Oski leans into him at the last second, and he will win this one just over a minute into overtime. He saw Joreuz pre-jump, and he knew exactly what to do. Joreuz is trying to land on his back wall there and then dive down to get a save. He couldn't get away from Oski. What a great opening game. Putting their on-stream record to 1 game apiece. However, as we all know, a win in a best of 1 is a lot more important than a win in game 1 of a best of 5. Joreuz, I think, for most of that first game, did have control. He had slightly more kickoff variety, and he had slightly more time and relevant possession plays that he should be not necessarily scoring from, but making Oski's life very difficult from. I think at the start of the game, Joreuz just picked shots that were a bit too difficult even for him to be scoring consistently. That's a great touch by Oski, and he will not miss the open net. Saw the early challenge coming in from Joreuz. Managed to get it past him quite brilliantly. That was somewhat dangerous to chip the ball at that angle, but he knows that there's a good chance that Joreuz will miss it. Decision making, I think, has been slightly better for Oski between the two today, but I do like how surprising Joreuz has been playing. He's been the harder player to predict, in my opinion. And he usually is anytime he's on the field. Even against other mechanical wizards, Joreuz usually takes it to the next level. Think about Joreuz Astral, Salt Mine 2, even more recently against Daniel in the best of 5 show match. Oh dear, Joreuz hitting the post on his open net opportunity. It was Oski who's scoring one earlier. Joreuz, of course, gets back to the ball with a reset. Oski with so much respect for Joreuz's aerial ability, in position and ready to counter it. Oh, no boost grab there for Oski. Just slightly out of range of it. He is able to stay on the ball, force Joreuz all the way back to the corner. Joreuz is starting to get so much time on the ball, just like in game 1. I don't know how Oski is managing to cope with this. Wow. Efficiency is the key for Oski. Once again, shutting down a Joreuz aerial play and scoring straight away. He's showing Joreuz how it's done with the accuracy from the midfield. The Spartan Y, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel, man. Really appreciate that. Joreuz getting bumped. Similar to the finishing goal for the previous game. He goes for the exact same defensive strategy. Oski starts air dribbling. Joreuz pre-jumps right in front of him, but if you pre-jump that early, you just become a big target, and it's very difficult to fly over the top of an air dribble bump at that position and then get back down again to make a save. Joreuz unable to get a save on 2 consecutive air dribble bumps from Oski. I wouldn't stop doing this if I was Oski. I'd keep forcing the issue with the air dribble bumps. Wow. How on earth did Oski read the height on that pop from Joreuz? He just pre-jumped all the way to the ceiling, and now he's pre-jumping again. Joreuz not interested in the air dribble bump. He puts the ball in front of him, but that actually allows Oski to make contact and deflect it to the corner. Oski now reading his own backboard bounce. Stunning defense by the youngster. Very crazy calling somebody against Joreuz the youngster these days, but that is the reality of professional Rocket League. And I almost forgot to congratulate Oski on qualifying for the upcoming regional in Europe. Team Liquid making it through the final round of Swiss in the regional qualifier for the opening event of the spring split. That was a incredibly exciting run to watch on the Team Liquid channel. Joreuz now finally getting some revenge with the air dribble bump, but his air dribble is too slow and I think also off target, so no luck for Oski, or for Joreuz rather, in game number 2. He was kept to just 1 goal in this kind of time frame the first time that they played today. Now he's on no goals. This is unheard of for Joreuz offense to be stifled to this level. Oski's aerial defense has been almost perfect today. Joreuz, I think, is going to switch it to more efficient, higher volume of shots on target at the tail end of this game. Less of the big plays. That's exactly what he does. Trying to cut infield instead of making the wall play. Oski cuts that one off as well, though. Now he's able to pop the ball into the midfield and be the first one back to it. More time off the clock. Joreuz trying to snipe a wall shot from distance. Is Oski going to get back for it? No, he's not. Joreuz gets his first goal of the day. It's not an aerial play. It's not a big mechanical play. It is a perfectly timed wall shot. That looked really weird, actually, on the spectator, but I have to imagine that we saw that incorrectly on our POV. Just like game number 1, Joreuz simplifying at the end of the game, going for a lot of bigger, more mechanical plays at the start of the game, and after they don't work, he just goes for something else that he's very good at, and that is just playing standard Rocket League. When Joreuz isn't having a good day mechanically, that's usually what he does. He just shoots, he just dribbles. It's going to be a big play here, and an even bigger save by Oski. Not just saving the flip reset from Joreuz, but saving it and controlling it at the same time. 4-1. And I'm going to keep saying it. You know, these big plays from Joreuz, they're not working anywhere near enough for it to be a viable strategy in the matchup today. He is hardly scoring any of his big mechanical plays, and he is landing out of position on most of them. Oh, he just goes for a simple shot, and Oski saves that one as well. It seems like any direct shots on target will just be saved by Oski. Joreuz now slams in his second goal. He missed the target with the first shot. That wasn't so important. It's just getting a ton of power on that massive ground shot there from Joreuz to set up the open net. Can Oski get a hold of the ball? Can he hold on? Joreuz is going to pick up the next possession play. I feel like it's almost a must-score position. Joreuz sealing, reset. Oski likewise, but Joreuz will push one through now. Both players landing almost simultaneous sealing resets there. If you go back in time and show someone from 3-4 years ago what 1v1 looks like with the aerial game and the aerial defense, they would not believe. They'd think that this is scripted, they'd think that it's freestyling, they'd think that it's nonsensical, and no way that this is what you call good decision making. But it really is. That was, you know, kind of optimal defending by Oski, covering a ton of the goal. Oh my goodness, what a save by Joreuz. Immediate recovery as well as he sets up the acceleration and the flick. Forces Oski into his net. This is a good start for Joreuz, but he's not able to beat Oski to the second ball. Oski's completely out of boost here, but he's forced Joreuz onto his goal line. Joreuz had to dodge into that just to keep it out of the net, and as such loses game 2 as well. This is so impressive for Oski. I don't think Joreuz has played this well mechanically and had his offense so neutralized. Maybe ever. Possibly ever. So I think he might have to just simplify. He might have to just pretend that his mechanics are off today. We've seen him do it before. When his mechanics aren't on, he just plays for the ground game. And he's very, very good at it. Joreuz is a master of 50-50s. Joreuz is a master of ground shots and possession plays. He's got to up the open net accuracy as well, though. That's another miss. Third open net miss in a row, but he puts in the rebound just like he did in the last game. I want to point out, by the way, even if Joreuz does switch his strategy to more of a recovery game, more of a solid offense rather than a flashy offense, I still think Oski can beat that. Oski is no slouch at defending ground plays. He's looked so impressive today with his aerial defense. He's looked so impressive with his counter-attacking style, but he's going to be able to keep up with Joreuz in terms of mechanics and efficiency. And if he can just keep up the decision-making, keep up the consistency here, this could definitely be his series to win. So far, we are seeing that focus on Route 1 from Joreuz. Flip reset once again gets denied. Oski, reminiscent goal line defense from that famous Lion Blaze vs AJ series in the Goldmine 1v1 tournament years ago, where Lion Blaze saved so many flip reset shots from AJ, something that no one else had been able to do, and he's done it again. Oski denying 2 consecutive flip resets from Joreuz. Fortunately for Joreuz, he has kept his recovery intact on both of those plays, and that's allowed him to prevent Oski from scoring on the counter and give himself more scoring chances as well. 2-0 now for Joreuz. That corner boost remained under his control. I like this a lot more from Joreuz. He's making sure that he's got at least some boost left over when he's attacking, so if he doesn't score, he can get back. Oski shrugs off the mid-air bump and knocks it a double tap. Joreuz knew that he wasn't getting the ball there after that last touch, tried to clatter Oski out of the air. Oski powering right through it. Oski defense top. Yeah, Oski defense today has been ridiculous. Joreuz usually makes his opponents look silly in defense, and as Abjack said many times, it's like he's in free play. Joreuz doesn't really play ones. He just plays free play while his opponents are there. And Oski has not allowed him to assert that dominance today. Now just gets a simple goal from charging into the ball. Very dangerous there from Joreuz. Carelessly leaving the ball on top of his car as he dribbles it in the 6-yard box. Oski sees Joreuz going for that complete half flip on the diagonal kickoff. This is still a pretty decent outcome for Joreuz, though. He is the first player to really have a realistic attack on net afterwards, but Oski just keeps on saving everything. Doesn't matter what Joreuz throws at him. Oski is deflecting the ball away and following up with boost and pressure and even goals. It's Oski again to take the lead. This is just outrageous from a player who's, I think, still, at least when you talk about the level Joreuz is at, Oski's unproven at this level. He's had big moments, he's had big wins, but he's also had series where he just hasn't looked like he's quite there yet. But he's pushing Joreuz to the absolute limit here. Joreuz collapsed the bar with a reset shot now, knowing that anything less than perfection will be saved by Oski. And in his search for perfection, Joreuz only finds the crossbar. And once again, as we approach the final 2 minutes of a game, Joreuz's total score tally is much lower than we're used to seeing from him. Oski nearly even saving this one, but Joreuz is able to force it through. I think at 2 minutes remaining, or just over 2 minutes remaining, combined in all 3 games, Joreuz has had 6 goals. Actually, I don't think it's even 6. I think it's like 4 goals or something. He was on none. No goals around about this time in the last game. 1 in the first game. This is by far the best look that Joreuz has had. Playing out the end of a game closely without having to make a big comeback. But once more, he has completely failed on a big aerial play. Luckily for Joreuz, for a change, Oski did not punish him. Oski failed to control that ball quickly, failed to counter-attack, and Joreuz actually ties the game on his next attacking play. Oski slightly too far away from the top corner to have any chance of reaching it. Finally for Joreuz, Oski has dropped the consistency just slightly. Joreuz not going to reach that one. He's going to need to play for the corner boost, which he does. Oski lunging into the corner. He's letting Joreuz hear his approach there, hoping that Joreuz will panic and lose control. Joreuz still has full control. Double reset fails to land. Oski makes solid contact and scores once again. And I think the stationary car from Joreuz says it all. He has not put it together in this last game. The mechanical plays are just not working consistently enough. And Oski is the player who is shining despite all of Joreuz's experience, despite all of Joreuz's claim to fame in the ones game. Now Joreuz is really just trying to simplify, like we mentioned. Drops the ball off the front of his car. Oski read that one as well. Only 20 boost for Oski, but Joreuz just gives it right to him. That's got to be a misplay, as now Oski darts to the side of the field, wasting even more time off the clock. One more goal for Oski here would pretty much force Joreuz into an all-in position on his next attack, given how effectively Oski's defended today. But the game remains separated by just 1 goal at the moment, and Joreuz goes back into the air. Floor pinch, chips top corner, and Oski's got it covered. Boost steal coming in from Joreuz. Oski's all over him though. Joreuz is trying to trip him up, but Oski's just rolling with the punches. Got a flip reset of Joreuz's car and managed to dodge right back onto the ball. But with no boost, he's forced to retreat briefly. Here comes Joreuz once again. High flick into the bar. Oski knew it was over, but still preferred to chip it into the corner, then just let it rebound for free. And can Oski just win it with 1 more goal? It's going to be a bit harder than that. It's Joreuz. Keeps the ball in the air. A 1 goal deficit. And that's clutched by Joreuz. Oski bumps him out of the way though, and he sweeps the Dutchman. Oski takes it 3 games straight. He was too consistent. He was too steadfast in defense. And out of the 2 players he just had I think today, the better adaptation. Anytime Joreuz threw something new at him, Oski just immediately countered it. And unfortunately for Joreuz, he just couldn't figure out what he wanted to do soon enough. He wanted to stick to the big plays. He was trusting his mechanics in the closing stages. But overall, you know, start to finish, all 3 games, Oski, for all 3 games that we saw today, had a better record like defending against Joreuz aerial plays than Joreuz did trying to make goals or even consistent pressure happen from them. Really, really well played. So impressed by Oski.
Hey YouTube. We're sellouts to the algorithm now, I guess. You're also getting a whole outro and stuff though, enthusiastically delivered by yours truly. Kindly welcome back the voice of me, your friend, Brian. If you liked what you saw today, make sure to check out more of Oski by clicking here, wherever here is. And if you want more Joreuz, click on here instead, this here right here. And if you just want more matches in general, check out the recommended ones, you know how that works of course. Bye for now though.